Welcome to another edition of the Monday Minute, brought to you by the Independent Dealer Podcast and our great sponsors, NEO. If you're in the buy here, pay here, or lease here, pay here industry, you need a scoring model, and NEO is the way to go. Get it all, just take the human portion out of it, get it all just dialed in, and you'll be good to go, and NEO is the way to do that. So today we're kind of continuing our series on training, and today we're talking about meetings. And what we came up with the 4 do's and don'ts to a better meeting. Meetings can be monotonous, they can be unproductive, they can be counterproductive. And so the less meetings you can have, the better. But the better meetings you have, the better your training will be, the better your employees will be, and they'll look forward to them and not dread them. So, do's, don'ts. Pretty simple, right? Number 1, you as the owner or the presenter needs to be prepared every time. Pretty simple. Put together an agenda, make it work, stick to the agenda, and it'll be a lot better. Know what you're going to talk about. I know that sounds crazy, but sometimes you just have meetings to have meetings. But as long as you decide to have a meeting, be prepared for it, write the agenda, go with it. The don't there, of course, is don't be unprepared. Don't go in there unprepared, because if you do, you'll just wander off into different topics and nobody will get any benefit from that meeting. Number 2. Communicate the goals of the meeting up front. And the reason this is important, because you get a lot of people into a room and you start talking about things. If nobody knows what the goal is, you go off on different tangents. You'll go down, you think you'll be going down the right path, and then all of a sudden you branch off and take a right, take a left, and all these things contribute to just chaos. And you don't need chaos in a meeting, you need direction in a meeting. So the don't there is, don't go into meeting and not have a purpose. Don't go in without a purpose, because you go in without a purpose, what we just talked about, you go off on tangents, and that's not good for you, and it's not good for the people in the meeting. Only invite, and the next do, number 3, only invite people that need to be at the meeting. What happens here is, if you invite, let's say you invite the whole staff for a staff meeting, but really all you're talking to is your sales department, or you're talking to your manufacturing department. Well, sales doesn't need to listen to manufacturing probably, and HR doesn't need to be there. So you've got all these people in a meeting that really are there for no reason. They're just there to be at a meeting, and they're not very productive if they're just sitting at the meeting. So only the people that need to be there need to be there. Only the people you're training or meeting with need to be at that meeting. And the don't there is, don't focus on housekeeping. Housekeeping can be just sent out in an email. It can be a one-on-one. It doesn't need to be a whole meeting to discuss sales goals or to discuss why we didn't do a certain thing. If you're going to do a meeting on why you didn't do a certain thing, well, you should actually train to do that better. So don't focus on housekeeping. Numbers, all that good thing, that can be discussed in emails. Number 4, and the last one here on the do side, is be conscious of other people's time. People have things to do. That's what you pay them for. You pay them a certain amount of hours to be there and do certain things. The longer you have them in a meeting, the less productive they are going to be. So if you say, all right, this meeting is going to be 30 minutes, I need you to allot 30 minutes, you need to hit that 30-minute mark. And at the 30-minute mark, if you are not done, you can ask the people that are there, hey, do you have 5 or 10 more minutes? But I would just say, you know what? Take that to the next meeting, because you're wasting people's time. You're not necessarily wasting their time, but you are going to waste their time, and they're going to feel like, oh my gosh, this meeting is dragging on. They tell me I was going to be here for 30 minutes. I'm here for 45. I've zoned out. So be conscious of their time. Number 4, have a meeting without a time limit is a big don't. If you just go into a free-for-all meeting and nobody knows how long they're going to be there, they're going to tune you out almost immediately. And especially if it drags on over an hour or something, they're going to lose focus, not get things done, and it's not going to be productive for anybody. So these are your 4 do's and don'ts for the meeting. Take these into your next meeting, be productive, and sell more product, do more business. See you next time.